Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. I am just so super excited for what has transpired, fam. I know several of you are not in yet, and I hope that hopefully you will come. Hopefully you will be able to join us. But I just want to say a word of celebration to the crew, to everybody on the channel, for those that have actually uh, followed and supported and subscribed and watched videos and shared and done all of the things. Listen. We are super excited, super excited. We got some more fireworks coming for you right now. Listen, who's out here? Who's out here? Let me know. Oh, there it is. I see David Hunt is with us today. David Hunt, thank you so much for being with us tonight. Says, yo, the music. Of course we had to get the music right. This is one of the original tracks that we used on the channel when we first started it all. So I had to get the music right. I'm traveling right now, as you can tell. So had to try to kind of just do a makeshift setup real quick to be able to do the live, but I am excited about it. Who else we got in the live? Oh, my bride is in the chat. She says, woohoo! Yo, we are celebrating 9K. Celebrating 9K, and we're super excited about it. Let me see if I can pull this. This graphic onto the screen. Yeah. We're celebrating 9K. Super excited about it. Boom. Let's do that. Publish it. Back to live. Yeah, 9K. Kimberly Fortune is on the live, says hello. Hey, what's going on, Kimberly? Thank you so much for being with us tonight. We are celebrating 9,000 subscribers, started from the bottom, and now we are here. I hope you guys are rocking with us tonight. David Hunt is chatting up. Yo, G Albert, it's been a minute. Thank you so much for coming through and hanging out with us tonight. Always good. People are greeting one another in the chat. Definitely. Some of y'all have been rocking with us on the channel since day uno, back in 2019 when we first started it all off, and I'm excited about it, man. Listen. One of the things I want to share a couple of things that, first of all, I want to say word of thanks to everybody. That's the number one, that's the go-to, that's the reality, that's the reason for the live tonight. I want to say thank you. I want to say thanks to everybody that has pitched in, like I said, has commented, has tagged, has shared, has guested on the show, has had me on their show, like the brands that I've worked with, some of the gear that I've been able to acquire. I'm actually using a new mic right now. This is the Shure Move mic, and I've got the base for it right here. The other mic is right here. I hope that you guys are hearing me clean. But yeah. Thank you so much. She says, congrats. Thank you so much, Kimberly Fortune. Truly appreciate it. But yeah, I want to say a word of thanks to all of you. So much time, effort, energy, work has gone in. And a lot of the effects of it you can't necessarily see. I talked to some colleagues, some fellow creators who were just kind of cheering me on, like, yo, you're about to hit 9K. Super excited. Let me know when it actually happens. So definitely put the post out there and everything. That was really encouraging to hear, because some of these creators have 30, 40, 50,000, some of them 250, some of them 400, some of them over 1 million, and they're still willing to celebrate with me for hitting 9K. But then on the flip side of that, I had some other creators say, man, you've been on YouTube for like 4 or 5 years. And it hasn't been that long. It's 2024. Call it 4 years, maybe a little less. But anyway, people are like, man, you've been on YouTube for a long while to only be just now getting close to 10K. I'm like, it all depends on what you're working towards. And this is where I'm saying I want to get into a little bit of the lessons learned along the way, because you do have to have your why set up, because people will come and tell you that you're not measuring up to a measuring stick, to a metric that they have created, or that society has created, or that, just is a random pick of somebody out there that says this is the metric for success. But the truth of the matter is, You get to decide what the metric of success is. And I learned that early on in my creator journey. And that's something that I like to teach the folks in coaching as well. You get to decide what the metric of success is. I got a client right now who has a live show and creates content. He has a company, couple, I would say under 50 people in the company. So not large, but not small either. And this guy has a live show that goes once a month. I think the most his live shows have on it is maybe 20, 30 views each. He doesn't care because the live show is checking the box. He has set his metric for success, and nobody can tell him that that thing is not successful. Nobody can tell him that that thing is not doing the job for which it was designed, because his metric of success is being checked every single time he goes live. And so that's one of the things I've learned along the way. All right, let me see what else we got here. I want to catch a couple of other comments out here because I know several of you are with us. 7 of you are on tonight. Thank you. Oh, some people said don't forget to hit the like button. I like it. 24-hour boss says congrats, Kirk. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much for coming through. Michael Flemings is here, one of the first people to comment on the post. Thank you. He says congratulations. Thank you for being with us tonight. Truly appreciate it. So that was the first piece, the first thing I wanted to share. How many of you guys remember the track that's playing right now? I know it's low, but I wanted to keep it low because, of course, I am actually trying to speak. But this is the original track, the original music, the original song that was the intro and countdown for the How It All Works show when we first launched it back in 2019. And so definitely want to run through this original playlist of original music. Not one track in this playlist you'll find anywhere else, because I had all this music commissioned specifically for my channel. And so for those that have been rocking with us for all of that time, you remember these tracks, you know what it's all about. Let me see what else we got in the chat. Oh, Simply Ball Dropping Podcast is here. Says there he is, hands down best production on YouTube. Let's go. SBD Podcast, thank you so much for coming through, hanging out with us tonight. And we are in celebration mode. Oh, one of my mods came through. I knew you would come. And Enea is here. 9,000 subscribers. Let's go. Let's go. I'm so excited about it. Yeah. So these are some of the things I wanted to share in terms of lessons learned on the road to 9K. The first lesson is you get to set your metric for success. The second thing I want to share is, if you never treat it like a job, you'll never get paid. Oh man, let me tell you. And to be clear, I think we have a negative connotation attached to the term job. I think we have negative connotation attached to work. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy creating content. I enjoy coming on the channel. I enjoy going live. I enjoy engaging with you. I enjoy morning motivation. I enjoy why I go live. I enjoy my how-to videos. I enjoy coaching. I enjoy Workers Warehouse. I am fulfilled by them. I enjoy producing shows. I enjoy looking at different streaming platforms and content creator platforms and understanding them from the perspective of sharing what that could be and what that could mean for others. I enjoy that stuff. And so we kind of have to shift our thinking and our mindset around work and around effort and energy and hard work. Man, let me tell you, there's nothing better than sitting down at the end of the day knowing that you put in a hard day's work. There's nothing better than that. When you feel fulfilled, when you feel like you're working under your calling and your anointing, when you're walking in purpose, there's nothing better than having put in a full 9 to 5 or 9 to 9, however you frame it. Because, you know, in these content creator streets and these content entrepreneur streets, there's no real knockoff time, if you will. But there's nothing better than putting in that work, knowing that you're working on something that you absolutely love. And this is why point number two is simply this: if you never treat it like a job, you'll never get paid. And the reason why I say that is, and the reason why I start by saying you got to shift your mindset around what does it mean to have a job. It's because if you never treat it like a job, you don't set up the framework. You don't treat it like people are going to be hitting you up. You don't expect a response. And so many of my coaching clients, even myself included, earlier on, I did not have the email set up. I didn't have the contact forms. I didn't have the infrastructure behind the content that would allow those who wanted to pay me to get in touch with me and to pay me. And so that's my number 2 thing. Lessons learned on the road to 9K. If you never treat it like a job, you will never get paid. Let me see what else we got in the chat here. Everybody's kind of saying what's up to everybody. Kirk, 9K is no small feat. You definitely have one of the best live productions on YouTube. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate it. I listen, I receive it. Thank you so much for sharing that. SBD Podcast says, congratulations. There's an agreement in the chat. Best production. I love that. Let me see. A Jazzy Friday is playing right now. This is a little bit of a lower track. I'm going to put it up a little bit higher, but this is another one that you can't hear anywhere else except for right here on my channel, because it's something that I had commissioned. This is music from over the years. Yeah, we started getting into Artlist.io and Epidemic Sound, and we started using that kind of music as well, just because it became harder and harder to commission music. But I'm listening, on the road to 10K, I'm gonna have to go dip back into this bag of original music and start using some of these again, because again, original music means I don't have to worry about any kind of copyright, number 1. Number 2, you can't hear this music anywhere else but right here on this channel, because not only do I own the music, I commissioned it, so it doesn't exist anywhere else. Like, I had my guy Oliver Marcel make each one of these tracks specifically and uniquely for this channel, and I'm excited about that, man. On the road to 9K, lessons learned on the road to 9K. This is another lesson that I learned. Not everyone sees the vision, and so you need to be careful about who you share your vision with. Oh, somebody said, don't give your vision to, don't share your vision with folks who don't even have glasses. Oh gosh. Or better yet, don't share your vision with those who have the wrong prescription. Like, they can't see what it is you have seen, right? And so through their lens, it looks like foolishness. Through their lens, it looks like it's failure. Through their lens, it doesn't make sense. And so you got to be careful about who you share your vision with. You really have to be careful about that. I remember when we launched out, I left my full-time employment and I decided I'm going to go online. And one of the primary metrics I was going to use for funneling clients into my business was going to be content. That was right off the bat. I said, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to create content. I don't know what that's going to look like. I don't know how it's going to work. I'm going to say something else. So just remind me in the chat. If I forget, remind me to explain how it all works, right? The logo that you see in the top right here, remind me to explain how it all works. Okay. But one of the things I often would hear from folks is, man, you're gonna leave employment, you're gonna leave full-time, like, as they say, benefits, steady income, steady pay, you're gonna leave all of that to go and do what exactly? You're gonna go make videos for YouTube? That doesn't make any sense. And I was like, well, no, I'm gonna actually produce videos for social media for clients. They're like, nobody wants that. Yo, that doesn't even make any sense. But they couldn't understand the vision. And here's the thing that I did not understand about the timing. One of the things that really was a huge catalyst is the term I want to use. Catalyst for some of the success that I've experienced, both in front of the camera, off platform, specifically off platform, is because of the timing. The time that I launched the business, the time that I launched my services, the time that I decided to create content was right in that pandemic time period. Craziest thing I could have ever done, but also the best timing. I could not have planned it any better because it's not something that I planned myself. Remind me to tell you about this logo, how it all works. But it's not something that I could have planned myself. And because it's not something I could have planned myself, not only did I not have the best vision, but those around me did not have the best vision. But I did have a core group. There's a couple folks, I'm not gonna lie, I almost wanna call names, but there's a couple of folks who, well, of course, we made this decision together. Kanika and I made this decision together, but when we decided we're gonna go full time at this thing, there's a couple of people who called and said, whatever you need, if there's a way that I can support your business, if there's ways that I can partner with you, let me know what your services are. Let me know how I can bring you in so that your business can be my go-to for that particular need. There are several people, there's not much, I can count them on one hand, but I remember those people who decided, yo, you're launching out into the deep, you're stepping into the unknown, you're taking a bet on you. I want to be part of that crew. And those people, you know who you are. You know who you are. Kanik knows exactly who I'm talking about. These are people who hit us up privately. They didn't do the public like and, oh, you gonna do your thing type nonsense, which we love. You know, we need those people as well. But those folks were just a part of the crowd. There are those who hit us up with tangible business leads and opportunities that we could not have done without. There are people who hit us up to have conversations about how we should set up our business and how we should take next steps. Those are people who couldn't necessarily see the whole picture, but they recognized that there was a drive and a hunger and a capacity and like I said, hunger for more and greater. And those people, you know who you are. And this is my third point. The third point, lessons learned on the road to 9K. Can't allow blind people to proofread your vision. Oh, that thing. You can allow blind people to proofread your vision. Remind me to talk about, I'm pointing the wrong way. Remind me to talk about this, how it all works then. Fourth thing I want to share. Let me see what else we got in the chat here. Oh, here we go. The Sales Arena says, congrats, great accomplishment. Your channel is great. Thank you so much, Sales Arena. Thank you so much for being here. I love that. Kanika saying what's up to NNA. I always love seeing the conversation back and forth in the chat. 24 Hour Boss says, yo, Kirk, the glasses, that's some serious vision, yo. Thank you. No, these glasses are necessary, okay? If I didn't have on these glasses, I cannot see. So that is a whole thing in and of itself. Here to check in with the fam. David Harvey official. Yo, we celebrating, sir. We celebrating. Haven't seen you in a minute. I knew you would come through because you're part of the fam. I truly appreciate your support over the years. We're celebrating 9,000 subscribers on the channel. 9,000. It blows my mind. Whew, it blows my mind to really think about it. It blows my mind. It blows my mind. Okay, number four. You're going to work for Mrs. Nugent. That is so correct. Number four, I want to say, in terms of lessons learned on the road to 9K, number 4 is you got to be open and honest with people, man. The phrase I want to say is you got to be vulnerable. You got to be authentic. But I feel like those terms are sometimes overused. Your story is your story. Nobody else has your story. Nobody else can bring your story to life. Nobody else can bring the value from your story to the marketplace. Nobody else can glean from your story the intellectual property that God has written into it and be able to share that with the marketplace. No one else can do that. No one else can do that. And that's one of the things I learned along the way. Lessons learned on the road to 9K subscribers. No one else can share your story. And so the lesson that I learned is that you've got to be vulnerable. In whatever it is, you've got to share with folks. Listen, man, gone are the days where I'm the expert and you're dumb and you need to just sit and listen to me. That model does not work. I'm just here to tell you, it does not work. People want to know you are a real person. Like, I stumbled here, right? I messed up right here. I did not do well over here. And that's how I've been able to share with you what I'm sharing with you right now. Every video that I've released, every video is something that I either had an issue with, that I did not understand. It's like a eureka moment, something that I kind of like, whoa, I didn't even know you could do that. Or it is an issue. It was a wall that I was banging my head against. And when I figured out how to do it, I decided I'm going to create a video so that other people could find it, so that other people would not have to deal with that thing themselves. And I couch the video in that story. I share that with folks like, yo, some people are like, man, you know, you're a genius. You're the way your mind works, it's very analytical. I have simply learned that no one else can tell my story, and I have been mining the gold from my story. And I'm suggesting to everyone who will listen, you need to do the same. You need to do the same. Lessons learned on the road to 9K. Let me see who else we got out here. Oh, I knew Tatiana was gonna come. Tatiana, M3 Live Tribe is in the space. Yo, I need somebody to go in the moderators chat and hit up Florence, please. Let Florence know that we out here in these streets, and I would love for her to come check us out. But Tatiana is here with us, one of our regulars in the morning crew, the early morning crew for the M3 Live Tribe, Morning Motivation and Media. We always have a good time early in the morning, 6:30 in the Central Time Zone, which is what I call the Lord's Time Zone. Thank you so much, Tatiana, for the congratulations. Listen, we are celebrating together today. We're celebrating together today. Those are some of the lessons I learned, but I want to share this final lesson that I learned, and it is something that I am still fleshing out. It's something that that God placed in my mind, in my heart, as I was getting ready to do this whole content thing. And it is a phrase. It is a phrase. When I shared that phrase with a group of friends, a set of guys that I was rocking with at the time, I shared this phrase with them, and they were like, "You need to purchase that domain, because if nobody has that, that's crazy." And that phrase is how it all works. How it all works. How it all works. And some people believe, okay, well, Kirk's teaching how it all works pertaining to technology, pertaining to YouTube, pertaining to live streaming, pertaining to media production, pertaining to video, pertaining to the algorithm and social media, maybe even ministry. That's a lot of people they attach to how it all works something that I haven't necessarily added. I've kept it general and just said how it all works. And the reason why I've left it general, the reason why this is the phrase, and the reason why this is the final lesson that I'm continuing to learn on this journey. Today we're celebrating 9K. Hopefully later this year we'll celebrate 10K. Maybe in the next year or so we'll celebrate 20K. 100K, if the Lord tarries. I don't know how long I'll be on this joint, but the lesson that I'm learning pertaining to that phrase, how it all works, all things work together for the good of those who love God and are called according to His purpose. That is the flip. That is my, like the Kirk version of that text. And if you've never heard me say that before, I've explained it once or twice before on the channel, but never this publicly. This is how it all works. How it all works is God is writing your story. If you are a good steward of that story, you will mine the gold in it and share it with the world. That's how it all works. In a sentence. And that's what I'm learning. This is what I've been teaching. This is the base for all that I do in coaching, the base for what I'm doing in content creation, in live streaming, in production, the base for what I'm doing in ministry is I'm giving people a vehicle, a platform, tools, tips, tricks, and best practices to be able to take the intellectual property that no one else can utilize except them, that's in their story, and use it for the benefit of serving others at scale. That's one of the things that I wanted to share with you guys tonight. And so these are some of the lessons that we've learned on the road to 9K. On the road to 9K. You know, I'm laughing. I'm laughing because the music that's playing in the background, every one of them has a specific and unique meaning and a specific show behind it. There was one that just played. It was from the Midweek Huddle was one of our shows that we used to do. I've changed the name to the Coaching Corner with Kirk, and that's still on Wednesdays. It was originally, the original show was on Wednesdays. The Coaching Corner with Kirk is on Wednesdays, and so that track just played a second ago. But this beat that's playing now is the How It All Works Black Panther inspired beat. It's a beat that I use during Black History Month every year, during when I was doing the live show How It All Works, and I just love these songs. You know, music has a way of like capturing a moment, and memories are attached to the music that you're playing at the time when those things were said, when those realizations were made, when those experiences were had, when those connections were established, when you deepen those relationships, when you have music playing and those things happen, there's a synergy that takes place and is indelibly impressed on the mind and on the spirit, those things that happen. And so as the music is playing, I'm just sitting here thinking, wow, what a journey we've had together. How long have I been live right now? I've been live for 25 minutes. I'm at my sister's house. I'm going to go ahead and jump off, but Florence is here. Florence is here. Thank you so much. Feeling it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Tatiana has her hands raised. She says, I'm feeling this message in my heart, Kirk. For me too, with my teaching, it is a calling that God works together for the good. How it all works. That's what it's all about. If you never knew that before, now you know. And that's one of the banners that is on this channel. You will not see anything that I put out on this channel that doesn't have that banner on there. In fact, my show page is howitallworks.com. It just works with an E, which I love because it's kind of just gives it a little bit of a flavor to it. But I can't thank you guys enough. Florence is here. Florence, what you saying? She says, hey there. So awesome. Florence, thank you so much for being with us tonight. And words cannot describe. Y'all, 9,000 subscribers. 9,000. How did that happen? 9,000 subscribers. I'm using my phone as my camera right now. I'm using my laptop to stream with Ecamm. I've got the Move mic on. This is the most stripped down setup that I've ever done. I did not even bring a camera with me on this trip because I was just like, nah, I gotta move light. Still don't really feel like I moved as light as I wanted to, but either way, what am I gonna do, right? I mean, this is what I do. I had to go live, but I also wanted to be able to create some content while I'm here, be able to record the kids. Fam, listen, I don't always get it right. Don't always get it perfect. There's a lot that I'm still yet to learn. There's still several mountains to climb. There's still many more obstacles to overcome. Still different things that I'm learning about myself and really mining, again, like I said, the gold in that story and being able to share that with others. But what I know for a fact is that the journey, even though I haven't necessarily arrived at the particular destination, I know God has, but the journey has been worth it. The journey has been worth it. And I said this in the post. If you saw the post on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Instagram, or even here on YouTube, the post basically shared an invitation. If you are interested, if you are even remotely interested in taking the journey for yourself, utilizing the vehicle of live streaming, live video, or even just online video, period, to be able to serve at scale, to be able to get your message out there, to really understand the awesome and phenomenal, ridiculous opportunity that is social media, I would love to chat with you. Discovery call is in the description of the video. Yes, enjoy your time with your sister. Thank you. I'm going to ask one of my moderators to just kind of put the link in the chat. It's kirkarnugent.live/book me. Just grab the discovery call option there, and we will see you. We'll be able to chat with you. We'll be able to meet with you. We'll be able to chop it up and be able to hopefully get you across the line and help you to realize your goals for what you want to achieve. It's your boy Kirk Nugent, the Geek Speaker Preacher. Thankful for your time and attention. Thank you. Thankful for your comments, your likes, for your subscribes. Thanking you for joining me for the journey. And we'll see you around these internet streets or in the next video. Later, fam.